Currently, see for Shemia, Chris, this particular presentation, as you can see, Chris, these are the people who are more contested. Yeah.
So these are the people who contested for the 31st January primaries for the New Patriotic Party. As you see, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Oshemfifi or no, and currently results are abano provisional results. The children want to say we're really adding kind with a year Dr. Brian Agyapong any Canadian Agyapong almost neck and neck. They are almost at a time.
Yes.
One shot at the end of the election. Now the main results in the not a big crowd, not Brian Agyapong. That is the speculation.
Now, breaking news about Siano Air Patch said, as you can see on the screen, this is what is coming from a PR of a Dr. Bawumia, and this coming from Dennis Miracle Abuaji. What is really going on? Clearly showing it's a bloodbath
with a year or more comprehensive collation results. The comprehensive collation results are about Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is far gone. Now, also, you can't Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia there. Where Dennis Miracles Edward Abuache and our post we so this is the word of God. And Akasa, congratulations, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Now, Osha 18,000. I'm going to say 18.72% as to 23.31% for Canadian Agyapong and Brian Agyapong. So far, 292 stations and out of 333. Results we the New Patriotic Party our platform quality results and we can use this to confirm the results for you. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia 56.52% representing, and I said when you're 98,141 votes representing 56.52%. Kennedy Akompre Agyapong 40,000. Charlie Canadian Agyapong, and I said, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and all this was because of the Brian Agyapong factor. And because the unpaid Canadian Agyapong no trauma, the unpaid Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Canadian Agyapong. But unfortunately, the factor of Dr. Brian Agyapong came in, and now on also at me a massive 32,501 votes, representing 18.72%. Beginning now, no cassette. Dr. Brian Agyapong be hacking in Japan. Yes, indeed, it has happened, and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is in a comfortable leader.
Until share percentage wise, the whole screen so it is a bit small. Be breaking it down, Amawa Bawumia, and the figures that we have seen, 98,141.
Yeah.
Okay, 98,141. And one thing we are seeing is that the next person, so Canadian Agyapong, a year. 90. But by the way, Bawumia's numbers 98,141 is representing 56.52% of the total votes. And I will share a year Canadian Agyapong Ufulwa, which Canadian Agyapong only 40,483, which in percentage wise, it is representing 23.31%. The next one, Dr. Brian Agyapong, only 32,501, clearly, which is also representing 18.72%. So clearly, basically, the other parts or half of the votes was split in between Canadian Agyapong and also Brian Agyapong. You can see, so already I think less than 1% and 1%. And honestly, this actually goes on to confirm one of the things. Personally, I'm speculating. In 2023, okay. Way back in 2023, Canadian Agyapong the prospective flag bearers or the second person on one list is Alan Chemantin. Okay, good. Now Alan Chemantin, to first one, Canadian Agyapong really didn't do all, but Alan Chemantin fee and Alan Chemantin supporters like they say institutional various conferences also Alan Chemantin supporters is switch about Canadian Agyapong scam, but this time around what we saw and what we saw last 3 years, and what we are seeing now, the repercussions and the real explanation is that last time Canadian Agyapong numbers to Nyaya, it was not because he was the wow factor. It was because he was the best alternative, and the alternative candidate no womb, which happened to be Alan Chemantin. No, Alan Chemantin no niho. So what I say, so because of Alan Chemantin all the candidates, what they've done so far, and they say they went into Canadian Agyapong's camp. Now it's been 3 years, almost 3 years now. Alan Chamantia continue party. And now Dr. Brani Champon so unity. So clearly, Ken has a section of people more penasem, but they don't see him, unfortunately, as a presidential material.
Yes. Now, if you also Casano Muchimua, the mistake Kennedy upon a year, the mistake Kennedy accompanied upon a year, was say or call a year 2002. Was it 2002 or call primaries Libya or Tedai?
2002.
Yes, 2002. Yes.
Primaries Nibi.
This is not the first time.
Okay.
This is the third time. Or call as make say flag bearer.
Okay.
And it's that time I was called twice, but then the focus now could D Asin North. Because as at that time, that constituency no so.
Okay.
And now they still need someone now. Bet me, I carry that constituency, you know.
Okay.
Now I be NB before there. And I think some commodity dear so. Emma decided said 2004. 2008 election no encore and the prime minister you know ojai to one the see 2023-2024 election yeah and also back and people feel say and contour the see same way because somewhere 2008 2012 he will be rocking shoulders with a Alan Martin and then another down quite
Akufo-Addo, but because Otidai, clearly yes. That is
so you see a lot of people were seeing more as an MP than some probably the party, or and also in process he wants to contest, again, because now the one names are contesting product. You know that those days are now you better ballot cheating. So now nipa 17, nipa 18, nipa 20. You know so on flag bearer, or new patriotic party. As at that time, and Okunjinabi. But see, I need omo make us a proper vetting and the 10 numbers. So Emma be 5. Now Henry Akompre Agyapong unity. The people feel said from that 2002 urban or sent called Twaso now Ojinamu as a flag bearer position. As a now KBI he's well known to pick up the position as the flag bearer. Yes, that is what people are saying. And also another factor that caused a Kennedy Akompre Agyapong.
Okay, so I don't know if we should pick calls, but then to us with our comprehensive report. Currently, we are now looking at we are trying to get the full provisional results at EBA. Now, I think we've got almost 80% of the regions.
Yes.
And Agyapong, Bawumia is leading with a year, with 56%, almost over 50 plus 1%. And then Agyapong is basically neck on neck with Dr. Brani Champon. Clearly, Timu said things aren't really going on well. And honestly, this is not really looking good again for Kennedy Agyapong. I don't know the way forward for him, but then clearly, Osha, Nkuyi kra, Nkuyi, I just say, Enya Semkitwa, I just say, Odrenwa, Ontia. So, Chris, this is exactly what is really going on. More, I'm sure you know, yes, someone. Comment about and one person so I see all pa Musa Dankwa. You know he put his whole polling career on the line.
Yes, polling as a pollster or they ever told so say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and say Jumana why you na I make us or the same to Emma even a neck crown or Sabe Kasai say it will be a miracle for a year Kennedy Akompre Agyapong to win a year the primaries, and then it will be a miracle too for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia to lose. So he was very sure of what he was saying. And as much as I said, polls, the Brona stations, we be every year polls not a 74% to for Kennedy Akompre Agyapong. If you want a polls on me year most of them Kennedy Agyapong was winning. If your mom they had an intuition, be said, Kennedy Agyapong can do better. But you see, shockingly, with the Musa down the prediction, the buy, Atomu Pepepa, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is leading with 56 plus percent.
Okay. One of the things we are also seeing currently here, the fact this is actually a news which is actually shocking me a lot. But we are learning ex-President Akufo-Addo and ex-President Kufuor, they did not vote, which is very good. Why? Because Omu Voti is perceived their preferred candidate is Dr. Bawumia. So once they didn't vote, then Kufuor na Omu candidate. Clearly, untimi mbeka se bi ye hyase ene ye wo obi enase. That's exactly what is really going on. As I say, honestly, it is something. You better call a joy news reports. Omode air patch say the former two presidents, no, they did not vote. And honestly, this is actually a very good thing. To show the whole screen, so see Anna, bit Mabuaya.
Okay, former presidents Akufo-Addo Kufuor did not vote as polls closed in NPP presidential primaries. At first, and I got reports be said Nana Akufo-Addo voted at the headquarters near there.
But it's coming from Joy News.
Yes, and see a breaking and as a one important shocking. And as a former president Akufo-Addo Kufuor did not vote as polls closed in NPP presidential primaries. And this is said in a report said by Papa no what the or the make say divisions about party in the adeno. Minim say or percent or men can say only whom free say or the division about because definitely you have your preferred candidate or say Otto Abano the Emmanuel and yes. Breaking Ayabane said President Kufuor and President Kufuor, former president, new patriotic party Omo Anto Abano.
Okay. Now one other thing which is also going on the fact that they are calling for the removal of Afenyo markings. Now we have this piece coming from Kweku Asante. Okay,
so this is another piece. Some within the NPP are calling for the removal of the minority leader Afenyo Markin simply because he is perceived to have backed different candidates and upon to be specific. That cannot be a sound or principled basis for seeking the removal of Alexander Afenyo Markin as minority leader. So, because a lot of people make us say, "Obia, I will be or supported." You himself by MPs ni be a woman so supporting way. Ebi also you women so supporting way. Omo ni positions. Name they are members of the party. Some are communications team members. Some are even MPs. Sticker was with Kennedy Akompre Agyapong. But some people within the New Patriotic Party. It's we grab it me break and say Afenyo Markins and now baby no original reports about Tremua not just also supporting Kennedy Akompre Agyapong enti ama omo party no bi sikisen ka yenini free na konya so as the minority leader. Also, you are all members of the same party. In an internal contest, party members must be allowed the freedom to support candidates of their choice without fear that such preferences will later be weaponized against them. And yes, we are all members of the party. Say internal election bar will be after the election, we still come back together as a party. You may be a Medima party, no, I have to maintain it because they saw some yet the best candidate for it in Omo Edema, and say make menim and I say be menim. Now later you weaponize my decisions against me. Not to say enye adipa ewo ehonum. In any case, Afenyo Markin was largely quiet throughout the election process. He did not engage in public manslanging, nor was he seen openly scheming against Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. His conduct stood out precisely because of its restraint, regardless of your feeling that he backed someone other than Dr. Bawumia. And he said that it was shocking because Afenyo Markin, Alexander Afenyo Markin, honorable. When I said that he didn't himself support you and also support you, he was quiet. As at that time, he was talking about LGBT, he was talking about budget, he was talking about matters that concerns the parliament and then of Ghana. When I said that he didn't himself support you and also support you. As a journalist who reports from parliament, Alexander Afenyo Markin is at this moment the most effective person to lead the New Patriotic Party. New minority in the House, given the minority's numerical disadvantage, bordering on near irrelevance by sheer numbers. The party needs a leader who can be disruptive as he is. Among the current crop of NPP MPs, very few, if any at all, possesses that trait. Yes, as some of Kanu, yen kanano. Because Enra and Enrechi, when it was heated to the 31st January election, Alexander Afenyo Markin was granting interviews. And the interviews he was granting wasn't about the election. Where you were man for a free election now, and he was talking about LGBT. Said you best sign a parliament. And I say you better 2 million president no sign. And yes, that was a diversionary tactic, sir. A minority leader. Or signing Afenyo Markin, AUC, yeah. And also, reporting what I say, the Amamo. I don't know, sir, Nana, or any update, and I say, I've been tribute on a year and so we are. But then let's finish with this one. Yes, some excesses in the caucus in its entirety will need to be toned down. But even with that caveat, Afenyomakin remains the best option available right now to lead the NPP minority in parliament. No two ways about it. It's your also tone it down. But that one notwithstanding, he still stands in as the best candidate to lead the New Patriotic Party in parliament. And any updates are by Tiremu as see Afenyomakin take a cut. Because you're talking about Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia be emerge victorious. That's clearly Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia who say at the point now the Kennedy Agyapong point here. It is going to be a different thing. And what do you take?
Yeah, so honestly, that issue there, I don't think it will hold water. Why? Because Afenyomakins have always backed Kennedy. I've always backed Dr. Bawumia. So any person or think and or otherwise, said you say any pan or boy, I didn't make us. Initially, Agyapong wanted Afenyomakins, his best friend in parliament, to support him, but then he declined because previously, now I catch Dr. Bawumia say uncontested on best supporting. So Afenyomakins need to be an akuma wapa Brian Agyapong. Notwithstanding to he is the personal lawyer of Agyapong. So he's really in the mix here. Now, one issue so about to just see on the screen, so the issue of the issue of MPP4, sorry, Agyapong the camper. We are learning say from now to somewhere 7, they should be able to concede defeat. Yes, Agyapong the camp, they should be able to concede defeat. You know, share the whole screen so if you can
Okay, so NPP primaries, we don't mind conceding defeats ahead of time. Kwesi Kwarteng, spokesperson for Kennedy Agyapong campaign. We don't mind. You see, we Kennedy Agyapong camp don't mind conceding defeats ahead of time if the results require us to. Kwesi Kwarteng, spokesperson for Kennedy Agyapong campaign. You see, and never we have been Oyusu against Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia in 2024 elections. Say Papano or a coward na abaya to ayentu. You see, people read into what you say. And nipa say say oba say ubejina NPP and near to abane say wo ye lusua. How will you accept it? How will you take the results are ebano? And you could see say sankasa we mu nyina you may think say you are campaigning cancer, but then in the long run omo communication etna se no mo dissect into what you say that they realize that you are someone you are not in for peace. Do you understand? Because say ya toaba Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia share ni numbers mu wo so lose data man wo say ye hu hwe nye earlier in the day obe announce ye say omodi nkuguo omabo president Mahama Abaso NPP section a omudi Kennedy Agyapong echi asemo ya omumunu ya ometikoku say aden e na aba no ye mobon wie ye na de na mo site tiremu a after set Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ebeji a defeat to mu no eno na bi mu hu ni say ema MPP for no vim ema almost start here trying to win all the seats ekwan bi am be so be win seats ni bia eti ehon de when they were citing I was like okay fine fair enough say no na man party e bi court ni ade e bi call run ni ade e bi mu de pink sheets aye usually aye quality results ye mu ni ade say say dey anka fine but o ka se nipa na e coward telling us say e wa nka wo ba mi agbo abana kosi ase fe call that one will be creating tension in the country because when him dey we winning na we gina fa this one is jubilating na akoye twema mentwe bozi yes ya there's fire on the mountain BBS wa ha BBS wa ti nyema we nyina akeka bomu a and na people and I say nipa do na feel say no Kennedy Agyapong obi tintin 30 because opinion say asem we menti ase a wa ase no wa asem ne sen. Do you understand? And some people they should be very careful how they put them across because you may think you are campaigning for yourself but you end up killing your own campaign in the long run.
So it's here for at this moment you better pick calls more share you better pick some few calls here and there you better see nya margin share concerning issues of course what do you think about all of these issues of course so currently results na ban no say Agyapong sorry Dr. Bawumia is leading big time Trump Becker said bigly, yes, it's leading bigly. And now, no, that is the issue. So now, no, you better say, you better some few calls, you better yes, sir. We'll talk to you right here in the studio. We'll talk to you right here in the studio. So our studio, you know, Bekasana watcher wondering who did you vote for, and also know who were you expecting? What I say, who were you expecting? So at the end of the day, no, and Kasebu amount for vote amano, and as election, no, your expectations, no, was it met? These are questions at the end of the day. So you can call us on 059 253 1321. Ofrey, with my friend on WhatsApp too. Yes, especially obitimi afrey on WhatsApp. Nti more share more abroach, you can please call us. We'll be very much happy. So at the end of the day, no, you beat me more comment and more join share concerning this particular issues are so you can call us very soon. No, yeah, the numbers no about 2 screens. So Chris, see, and that is exactly what we want to get the viewers or my join share concerning issue so yeah, so yeah, very soon the number about 2 screens. So
yes, and see, very soon the numbers in the 2 screens. So, fracture, are you a delegate or you are not a delegate? We are MPP member keke. Nti eno no nyina ya de aye bebisa wo na wachire yen hwan na kana we expect say obe wini na wantimi wini na hwan so e na o wini wani age ho say Dr. Mahmood Bawumia LED wani age ho the tie eya bam between Dr. Brian Champion and Kennedy Akomprekwa Agyapong no. How do you also see it? Na eye bibia wan asa wo hu say betimi asi and asa saying ni nyina ye niema you expect from Honti. The numbers number 2 screens. So now, wafre, you can call on WhatsApp if you are not here in Ghana or share from Abuja. I'll bet me on WhatsApp. Beba or Ghana, so now person for normal call. Maybe I order phone there and more young be a what China. Bet me a friend now or the one someone who was so Eddie Abba Nina Musu bet me the comments and so Abba or ferry down to me. I mean, wait me, but we were very happy. Say Obefre na would comments and so Eddie about.
And we also want to know if people are really surprised.
Yeah.
About me personally, I was not surprised. Yesterday I posted on my stats said Ken Agyapong was going to lose, and I was going to explain the reasons why Ken was going to lose. So personally, I'm not surprised we see. But then I think subsequently, I'll explain to people why Ken Agyapong lost. So what you see, and this actually goes to the fact that you can't berate a certain group of people and run to them.
Yes,
those people are suffer. Osha, for the first time, I did we be a contest of a suffer. We say baby we need, ignoring the data and available which was supposed to be worked with.
Yes.
So honestly, and one person and it's why you pa Musa Dankwa.
Yeah.
Musa Dankwa really shown us say or your correct poster in this particular so your phone numbers need 2 screens so obitima fre 0592531321 we will pick up and then we will speak to